Hey guys, how's it going? Alex Scott here with Consordini.com. Thank you so much for checking out another one of our super cool studio gear reviews. Today we are taking a look at the Red Repeat digital delay pedal from Carl Martin. Now, Carl Martin is super cool little designer based out of Denmark, and they were kind enough to send me the Red Repeat, which is it's kind of the latest and greatest version of a digital delay pedal that they have been doing for some time. There was an older version that had a bit of a funky shape to it. But this is the latest and greatest kind of updated one. They've got some really cool new features on it. It's a very versatile delay and one that sounds absolutely awesome. So we're going to take a look at it. We're going to give a listen to it. I've got my Strat here. I'm just running Amplitude for convenience sake. On a basic kind of Fender head. We don't have any spring reverb, anything going on there. We're just going straight into that through the Red Repeat. So we can go ahead and take a look at the panel here. It's a very handsome pedal. Really, really classic, kind of they call it an oxblood sparkle on the site, which is a very exotic name for dark red, but it looks great, it feels great. They clearly used really high quality components. Pedal retails for around $130, which I think is a very fair price for what you get here. So taking a look at all of the features, we actually have quite a bit to work with here. Starting up here, we have the kind of echo, which is really just like a mix blend. So, obviously all the way up, you're going to have the echo fully in, and then you can back it off to a completely dry signal there. We have repeat, which is kind of like a feedback control, so how long the repeats are going to last for. Time, which is going to be your time constant, and then tone, which actually changes the kind of EQ characteristic of the sound of the delay. So just to give you guys a quick reference here, totally bypassed. And then if we kick in the Red Repeat, so you can hear we have a gorgeous kind of a tape delay-esque sound, and that little bit of wow and flutter is coming from these two additional controls here, depth and speed, which control the modulation. And that's really where this starts to shine as a delay pedal and as a very, very cool unit that can get a lot of different kind of effects. Because if we switch out the modulation, turn up the tone. That was the tone at 50%. We just have a pretty clean, straightforward digital delay, but one that sounds really, really nice. And of course, that tone control, you can make it real dark. If you want, put it somewhere in the middle. I like it, kind of somewhere in here has been where I've been keeping it. But it's a great sounding digital delay. It's when you kick in the modulation. And it starts to wow and flutter those echoes a little bit, that you really get into some incredibly cool. Very tape echoey, very old school sounding. Very cool tape echoey kind of stuff. And you can go absolutely crazy with it. If you crank this depth and this speed, you can get into kind of robot land. Especially, crank up everything here. You can drive it into self-oscillation, of course, which is always really cool. But that's not necessarily the world's most useful tone, right? So I like to leave speed around maybe 20%, bring the depth back about the same, and then you just get this really, really pleasing. Very space echoey, very classic, old school. It just sounds great. It sounds lovely. It's really rich. It's really warm. It's really thick. Roll back the tone control and get it even more. And you can, of course, get lots of incredibly cool pitch shifty. You can get as wild with it as you want, very much like a Space Echo. You can have a ton of fun, but overall, I think it's an incredibly versatile delay. That's really where it sits. It sounds really, really nice. It definitely sounds and feels boutique. You do have a tap tempo, so you can, if you take this manual time switch and flip it down, that puts it into tap tempo mode and kind of overrides the time control here. So very, very handy feature. No option for an expression pedal or anything like that, but I don't really feel like it needs one. I think that it's got enough tweakability just on the front panel that whatever you need your delay to do, you can probably find a way for this delay to do it. If you want a real old school tape echo sound, it'll do that. If you want a real crazy, heavily modulated kind of Attack of the Robots sound, it'll do that. If you want just a classic, clean digital delay sound that really, is just there to support your tone, it'll do that. If you want to do slapback, the time constraints go pretty quick. Classic country slapback kind of a sound, it'll absolutely do that. It even goes fast enough to where, you get that kind of crazy, almost ring modulated kind of spring tank sound. The maximum decay time or maximum time for the echo is, I think, 600 milliseconds, so 0.6 of a second, which should be plenty long enough for most applications. So it will do the looping thing if you want it to. It gets pretty lo-fi and pretty crunchy, which I actually really, really like. You could build some very cool ambient textures with it. Yeah, overall, it's a super versatile delay pedal. It's built well. It looks great. I've really enjoyed digging it. If you're looking for a good kind of all-arounder delay, I think that the Red Repeat from Carl Martin, it's a great option. Again, $130 I think is a very, very, very fair price for a piece of kit like this. It's powerful. It's got a lot of options. It's built really well. Knobs feel great. Switches feel great. Overall package, I'm very impressed with. And it's from Denmark. How can you go wrong? But I do have to say a big thank you to the guys at Carl Martin for sending it over. I really, really enjoyed checking it out. It's definitely something I'm actually considering hanging on to. I believe I'm expected to send it back, and that makes me a little sad because I really like it. I think it sounds great. I think you could do some very, very cool stuff with it. But regardless, thank you very much to the guys at Carl Martin again. I always appreciate a chance to play with a new toy, and this is no exception. So thanks to those guys. But what do you guys think? What is your favorite go-to digital delay? Have you used the Red Repeat before? Whatever your thoughts may be, let me know in the comments down below. Always appreciate hearing from you guys. If you have not yet subscribed to the Consordini channel, would really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button. Be sure to click the notification bell as well to be kept up to date with our new content. And if you want to give this video a like or a share, that would be greatly appreciated as well. In any case, my name is Alex Scott with Consordini.com. Thank you guys again so very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you in the next video.